Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, hope you are all doing great. Thank you for being here this week for our training session. Thank you for being here every week. Your presence is what gives us motivation to move forward. And today is the last session of the month. So it means that it is the last session that we are in stage 4 taxation. So if you have any questions, anything related to stage 4 of Moracle Accountancy Formula, you can just write down your questions and ask it during this session. And we also have a 10 minutes question and answer at the end of the session. So if there was anything you wanted to share about Moracle Accountancy Formula, you can just go ahead and share at the end of the session. So before we start, yeah, I have a quick announcement. I can see our new interns here, Jason, Kelvin, Mansha. Yeah, just wanted to once again welcome them. And also, I think it's been 2 weeks that they are in, and they already have the QuickBooks certification. So I thought it's a good time to just congratulate them, Kelvin and Jason. And actually, it's not only QuickBooks, but Zero. So, what's makes it special. And yeah, it's again, I wanted to congratulate them for this great achievement. And I'm saying it's less than 2 weeks, I can say. I think that they've done it. So congratulations. We are really, really proud of you. And especially Jason, she's joining us from US, and with the time difference and everything, I cannot understand how she managed to do it this quickly. But congratulations anyway. We are so excited for the rest of your journey with Moracle. Yeah, that was my announcement I wanted to make. And I want to see all of you. If anyone can turn their camera, we would like to have this engagement with all of you. And also remember that these sessions are being recorded, and they're going to be shared on our YouTube channel. So always keep that in mind, and we would like to see your faces. And yeah, if you can turn your camera on, that would be great. So I think I don't have anything else to add for now. So to you, Morlai, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And hope you have a great session today. Hi, Morla, you are muted actually. I can.
Sorry. And I was just saying that it's exciting times, and so excited and for what we are doing at Moracle Foundation. Thanks, Pede, you and the team. It's a lot of work, these guys are doing. I'm telling you, the traffic, the people, the amount of guys who are coming through, and Pede interviewing and supporting. It's just unbelievable. So thank you. Yes, and but yes, it's always exciting to be here. To see your faces. So yes, if you can turn on your camera, that would be great. Let's engage. And that's what it's all about. So important, to show up. Yes, but also to engage. Yeah, we are finance guys. We are financial. We got key big responsibility, and the trust issue for us as well, dealing with people's finances, involved in finance, money matters, and so always good to show up, and be present. But I'm so really excited, to hear, when Sepede is talking to me, she's all smiling that this person has just finished all 3 programs in a matter of weeks. Yeah, they've done QuickBooks, certification, they've done zero certification, they've done spotlight certification. Oh boy. For me, I'm telling you, it's wow, good. Yes, because that's what it's about, with the Moracle Accountancy Formula. Yes, stage 1, stage 2. Yes, those are 2 key, stages. And if you can get past the certification stage, yes, in a very short space of time, then it's really good. It's really, really impressive because, again, remember this, when clients are talking to you, the first thing that they want to check out is, are you qualified? Yes. I never realized, how important that issue was. Yes. Okay. Maybe I would explain it a little bit. Let me take the opportunity to explain this. In the UK, particularly those times when I was training, yes, okay, and you're meeting clients, and clients are asking you, are you qualified? He says, yes. Because I'm telling you, if you say you're not qualified, they have a perception, about people who are not qualified. Yes. And when you say you're qualified, yeah, now they're asking you the next question. Yes. Are you chartered or are you certified? Even though some of them don't even know the difference. Yeah. But clients are clients, they're asking you, are you chartered? Okay. For SCCA, well, hold on, we are chartered certified. Yes. Okay. But some people say, oh, well, we're certified. Yeah. So the chartered are just the Institute of England and Wales, Scotland, or ICANN, yeah, Chartered Institute. So you got clients who are really, really biased. If you're not chartered, then they don't see you as an accountant. I'm telling you. Yeah. Okay. And then that's the first thing. And the next bit is they begin to say, well, hold on, well, QuickBooks, are you a QuickBooks Pro advisor? Are you a zero certified person? Are you a Sage, advisor? Yeah. And when you think about it, it's right though, yeah, for the clients to be doing that because they want to be, working with a partner that is trusted, a partner that is qualified, a partner that is regulated, a partner that is really emotionally involved in their business. Yeah. Okay. So don't get offended when clients begin to ask you this. Yeah. You should be able to really stand there and say, yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And then that partnership, working relationship, it begins to blossom. Yeah. And some of the clients don't ask those questions, but from whatever experience, I'm telling you, and particularly if you look at our the kind of client that are in our list, those are clients who really, particular about it. And that's why we are focusing on this, to make sure that, guys, you get the certification, yes, and you got the qualification as well, because that really, really helps. Yeah. You hear me talking a lot about the law, compensation. Yes. The law of compensation, that number 2 aspect where you're talking about the ability to do it, just being qualified, experienced, already have mindset, you understand, that attitude to serve. So important, guys. Yeah. Okay. So it's exciting times, to hear that, and, guys are getting this certification, and it's good. The more we do that, the more you are putting yourself in a position, to be able to do this job. Yeah, you're willing and able. So congratulations, yeah, to all of you. Yes, they're doing so well. Yeah. But as you know, it never stops. Yes, it never stops. Now you got a qualification, you got the certification. Yes. Then what next? Yes. Now there's always that gap between what you know and what you do. Yes. So you know so much. Yes. But what do you do with knowledge? Yeah. It's a gap. So we need to close that gap. And that gap, to close that gap, one of the way we close the gap is this kind of sessions that we have every Thursday. We come here, we're talking about, the Moracle Accountancy Formula. We want to close that gap. Yes. And what we do here, we're looking at, some practical issues. We're looking at, the connectivity that exists, in the way we deliver the service. Yes. Moracle. Yes. And how do we do it? We do this every week, repeatedly, deliberately. Yes. We come down here every Thursday, and I'm talking about this, and you guys are listening to me, and you go and put it into action. I'm telling you, it's another way to close the gap. I'm talking about it. Yeah, you're listening and you're taking action. Every day, every week. Yes, and guys, I'm saying to you guys, let's not tired of listening to this. Yes? Yeah? Because like awareness, just picture, the sun, when it shines on something. Yes? When the sun comes out and shines like now, right now, oh gosh, I can see sunshine. Yeah, even though the sunshine's got a question mark, meaning that it's light, but it's cold, at the same time. Yeah, okay. But when it shines, when the sun shines on something, yes, whatever it is that is shining on, it transforms, it changes it. Yeah, it's light, it's bright. Yeah, so this awareness I'm talking about here is the same. Every week we come down here, you are listening to me talking about the Moracle Accountancy Formula, guys. Yes. So first of all, I want to acknowledge you guys for doing that, taking the time to come and then, listen to this, but not only listen, I know some people are putting into practice, and I will encourage you guys more and more to put it into practice. The more you do it, the more you are getting more aware, you're getting deeper, you're closing that gap between what you know and what you do. Yes, the same for me. Yes, every day, I'm telling you, so many things are becoming more clearer. Yes, and as you go into it more, so have an open mind. Again, I'm saying to these things. Yeah, okay. Moracle Accountancy Formula is we're talking about 6 stages. Yes, okay. Here we're focusing on the finance function. Yeah, of every business that exists. Yes, these 6 stages applies. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is how we, serve our clients. So every client that is in our books, we're saying they have to go through these 6 stages. Yes, and we put in a way that is easier for us to go and serve them. We need to serve our clients. Yes, and the clients, they rely on us, to be able to provide this service, to serve them without reservation. Yes, so that they can focus on doing what they do best. And that's what we're saying here. Anything to do with finance, then it's our responsibility, as the finance function to be able to deliver this. So how do we deliver it? So we have a formula. And the formula is these 6 stages. Stage 1, this is management information system. And every time, I talk about this management information system, yes, I remember, I did AAT. Yes, okay. I did AAT and then move on to do ACCA. So I remember one of the subjects, the early subjects, those days, when I was in this lovely country called Sierra Leone. I don't know if you know about that country. I'm telling you, lovely, beautiful country. I was there, when I was doing my AAT. Yeah, I remember those days, and this subject, there was management information system. I think that's how it was called. Didn't fully understood, what he was talking about, but it was now the advent of computers. Oh boy, that was really exciting times, where you got all this red cash book that we used to, to record transaction. You got smaller ones, you got medium-sized ones, and you got large ones. You understand? Oh my goodness, beautiful. Those days, those good old days. Yeah, T-Pex, and pen and pencil and all sorts of different. And management information system was a subject. Yes. Oh boy, and a lot of people failed that subject. you know, because and the computer was playing some magic, those days, and the advent of computer, advent of IT. Yes. So when I'm talking about this, I'm going all the way back. Yeah, and saying, oh, I remember those days, when we were talking about, IT. So management information systems, what he's saying is you pull in all different systems coming together. Yes, guys? Yeah. Yeah. Just picture this, different systems coming together. Okay? First, the system, purchase ledger system, bank and cash system, yeah, payroll system, VAT system. You understand? Different systems, they all coming together. Okay. So when you sit down and look at this, you're gonna say, oh, hold on. No wonder why Mola is talking about this over and over and over. Yes, because there's so much that needs to be taken into consideration when you're talking about the stage number one. Yes. And here we have made it clear that what, it doesn't matter, whether you're qualified, not qualified. This stage number one, you need to know it. Yeah. When I was trained, once you're ACCA qualified, for example, there are certain things that you're not allowed to do now. So now you could do, other things, And but here I'm saying to you, no, sorry, even if you're ACCA qualified, I'm saying to you guys, when you come down to work with us, I want you, to be able to understand, what it means when we talk about management information system. You bring all the systems together. The sales ledger, you can pull that system itself, yes, and understand a little bit more. Where does it start? Where does it stop? Yeah, in between the different, systems, subsystems that exist. Yeah, and this is what I'm asking you guys to do. Yes, when we're talking about the management information system, the sales cycle. What do you understand about the sales cycle? Where does it stop? Where does it start? Where does it stop? A sales cycle for a limited company, yeah, is different from that of a non-for-profit. It's different for different for organization which maybe will be a social enterprise or a community interest company. Yes. So if you are the finance person, do you really know, that system? Yes. When you pull the sales ledger, when you pull out the purchase ledger system, yeah, it starts from somewhere and it finishes somewhere. Do you know in between? Payroll, where does payroll start and where does it finish? Yes. Bank and cash, you understand? Where does it start? Where does it finish? And all of these systems, they have to be integrated. That's what we're talking about, stage number one. Yes. And I'm telling you, I want you guys to paint this picture. Yes. Because when you paint this picture, you find that, wherever you go, yes, you find out that, you become relevant. You'll be able to, to diffuse, so much of the issues that we see. Yes. The combination of different systems at work. Sometimes I go out there, I look at the stage one, particularly if I'm coming from an auditing point of view. Yes. Even when I'm not in an auditor mode, you understand? And that's the beauty about this, I'm able to, quickly see, the kind of different systems at play. Yeah. So sometimes you see people posting transactions based on cash accounting. Yeah. Sometimes you see some transactions have been posted based on accruals accounting. Yeah. Or the invoice accounting. So you begin to look at it and hold on, well, there's inconsistency here. And most of the time when there's inconsistency, then there's a potential for duplication. Yes. Okay. You begin to see this. Well, hold on. Why would you post one transaction this way and the next transaction another way? Yeah. Sometimes there's a reason for it though. Yes. So again, when you understand this inside out, then you begin to now, oh, okay, I can appreciate what is going on here. Yeah. So there is a lot, guys, that you need to, to focus on when you're doing stage number one. But for me, more and more now, it's telling me, Yes, and you see, guys, I'm really, pushing you guys to do it, background information. If you don't have the relevant, background information about a particular organization, yeah, you are not going to be able to do stage number one. Yes, because you're going to be guessing. Now I say to my colleagues, now stop guessing, guy. Stop guessing. Yeah, you're not allowed to guess when you're in stage number one. Yeah, if money has been spent, yes, then there has to be paperwork to support it. That paperwork legally, yeah, need to be existed. Yes, and that paperwork has to be in the right format. It needs to describe why that payment was spent. That money, why did it go out of a bank account? Yes, for the purpose, wholeheartedly. You say, in tax-wise, it says wholly and exclusively for the business. Okay? We're talking about number 4 here. Wholly and exclusively. Yes, when you spend something, for it to be allowed as a tax deducted amount or expenditure, it's got to be wholly and exclusively for the business. Okay. If you are posting in stage number 1 and you don't know that, what do you think you're going to be doing? You're going to be guessing. You're just going to be posting it anyhow. You post without paperwork. Yes? Then what are you doing there? Yes? The tax man is saying, for you to have something, called a tax deductible expenditure, it's got to be, yes, wholly and exclusively, yeah, for the purpose of that business. Yeah, so if you don't have detailed background information about that business, you don't know what that business is about, you can see how we're going to be guessing, yeah, and posting things, in a way. Yeah, so that's why background information is very important. So for you guys who are doing background information now, yeah, or you guys who are coming through the internship program, yes, or even I'm encouraging you guys, wherever you are, it doesn't matter however, years you've been working, in the finance function for that particular organization. I'm saying to you, challenge yourself, go and then do a background information check, I call it. Yeah, do a check. Yes. And then, it will surprise you, I'm telling you, to say, oh my goodness, I didn't realize, I didn't know fully, this organization, there are gaps, yeah, in my knowledge about this particular organization, even though I've been working for 10, 15, or 20 years, yeah, because there's so much that you need to know about an organization, particularly now, yes, you cannot just see a transaction. Yes, and it says Tesco, or it says B&Q, or it says Amazon, or it says, and whatever the name of the supplier, and you just associate it to a particular code. Yes, and I went to see one of my favorite clients, that client will be with me, since 2010. Yes, and I said to my colleagues, I knew exactly what I'm going to meet, and I'm telling you, I was not surprised. Yeah. 2010, when I met him, what he gave to me, he says, Mola, this is how I do things here. They gave me, a file. And the file, in that file, he separated it, the bank statement, one section, the next section, invoices, the sales invoices, another section, the purchase invoices, and then other stuff in there. And he gave it to me and said, here, this is my system. This is what I do. Yes. I look at it, and I say, oh, okay. It looks, everything's there. But I'm saying to myself, sorry, but that's not management information system as I know it. Yes. Number one, what he's telling me here, yes, it does not comply, yeah, with management information system. Management information system I'm talking about here, it has to follow the double entry principle. Yes, we know that. Yes, guys, if you don't know that, you're coming into the profession, well, we've got some fundamental principles. Yes, double entry. Yes, it says for every debit entry, there's a corresponding credit entry. Yeah, and you've got to be able to see it. Well, when somebody gives me that folder and say, hey, everything's there in an Excel or whatever it is, Well, it doesn't follow, the double entry principle. Yeah, it's single entry that you get there. And when you try to explain that, they say, well, hold on, what do you mean? I've given you, here's my income, here's my expenses. I know people who owe me money. This is so much they owe me. I know how much I owe people. So what more do you want? I've given you everything. But it still does not follow, our management information system. Because the management information system, guys, is telling you that the double entry principle, yeah, need to be followed. And we need to respect that, guys. Are you with me? For every transaction that you posted, there's a debit going somewhere and there's a corresponding credit going somewhere. And you got to figure it out. Okay. Now, for the young people, who are coming and then all computer, and now you can even speak to, to QuickBooks, and QuickBooks will post for you using AI. Yes. You don't see it. Yeah. But those days when we use the cash book, the manual, you got to be able to. So you got T account. Yes. Those days in T account. Yeah. So you got to see where the debit is going to the credit. So then after the T account, you're going to now close down the T account and produce, what you call now extended trial balance. Well, that is, like magic, because you got to balance. Yes. And you got a lot of accounts, I'm telling you, where, you see differences, well, you got to balance the account, you got to balance the trial balance, and you will balance. And it has to balance. Yeah. But now you got your accounting system that helps you to do all of these things. You understand? So I'm saying to you guys, stop. Yes. Go back. I know you got your QuickBooks certification. I know you got your Zero certification. I know you got your Spotlight certification. Yeah. I want you to go back again, and begin to understand, those fundamental principles. Yeah. Stage number one. Yes. Fundamental double entry. Yes. Your bookkeeping, you need to. Because you know what? When you master that, yes, you find that stage 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, you are in a very, very strong position. Yes. If you're not good with your double entry principles, oh my goodness, it's a lot of challenge. It's a gap there. I'm saying to you, basically, close that gap. So go and look for those books out there, or those videos, that will talk to you and give you a little bit more about double entry principle. Unfortunately, this kind of training, you don't get it here, but you know what, we can talk about it, when we are doing really live training, and then on specific, but go and then do a bit of research, guys. Yes. And try understanding those T accounts. Every entry, you post a sales invoice in the sales ledger. Yeah. Sales invoice, what is the double entry? Yeah. Try do it. Yeah. You post a purchase invoice. Yes. In the purchase ledger, what is the double entry? Yes. Where do you debit? Where do you credit? Income statement, statement of financial position. Where does it go? Yes. When you receive money, from your customers, yes, what is the double entry? Yes. When you pay money to your suppliers, what is the double entry? Yes. So try that out, for size. Yeah. And you got to be able to, to understand this. Yeah. And then when you do all of this, all this posting that you've done, yes, you capture that data, you record it, you analyze it, and then reconcile it. And then at the end of the day, you pull out some what you call primary reports, profit and loss account, balance sheet, you understand, and your trial balance. Yes. I like formulas, always talking in formulas. So you will hear me saying my formula, for example, would be something like this. The trial balance, TB, is equal to the income statement plus, yeah, the balance sheet. I put some formulas, so that's how I paint, my formula. So my trial balance, think about it, my trial balance that I have, yes, is equal to, yeah, the profit and loss account plus the balance sheet. Oh my goodness, that picture is always, I can see that clearly. Yeah. Okay. With that formula, my friend, Yeah, you're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And that helps you because when you're posting those transactions, yeah, in stage number one, it's helping you to say, well, I'm going to produce a trial balance. And from that trial balance, yes, you're going to produce your income statement and you're going to produce your balance sheet. Are you with me? Yeah, so think about it. Sales invoice that you posted is going to hit the trial balance, it's going to hit the income statement, and it's going to hit the balance sheet. Yeah, those three primary reports. How does that work out? Think about it, guys. Yeah, these are kind of the stuff that I want you guys to picture because we think in pictures. Yes, the more we picture this, the more it becomes, oh my goodness, it looks so easy. And that's what I want you guys to begin to do more and more and more. Yeah, to close that gap. Yeah, so yes, it's good to have the QuickBooks, the certification. Yes, it's good to have the zero certification, but they don't tell you about these things. Yeah, it's about the software itself. Yeah, it's software, remember, it's a tool. Yeah, you use that tool to be able to do your work, but you need to understand the fundamental principles. Yes, like the double entry principles. Take that formula. Maybe you never thought about it this way to say the trial balance equal to, yeah, profit and loss account plus the balance sheet. Maybe you never saw it that way. Well, write it down and then go and explore it. Yes. And you begin to say, oh my goodness, it makes sense actually. Yeah. So every time you are posting in stage number one, don't just stop posting. Yeah, you really want to see the output, those profit and loss account, the balance sheet, the trial balance. Yeah, pull it out. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, pull it out. Yes, but don't just say I'm posted. I've just posted. I've reconciled, and that's it. Yeah, learn to begin to look at those reports because as we are going to be talking a little bit more about taxation, it's so important, guys. Yeah, you are pulling figures from stage number one, and those figures from stage number one is feeding into the tax. Yes, for doing tax. How do you save tax? You don't just automatically, conjure figures or strategy or whatever it is out from nowhere. No, that's not how it works. For you to be able to save your client tax, yeah, you got to focus on stage number one. The numbers have to exist. Those numbers, they need to be, or the financial information need to be captured in a certain way. It needs to be recorded in a certain way. It needs to be analyzed in a certain way. It needs to be reconciled in a certain way for you to be able to even begin, to tax plan. Yes? If you want to save your client, tax, you're not going to say, I'm going to wait until the end of the year or, I'm just going to play magic, and then, this is how I'm going to save your tax. It starts with stage number one. Do you know what it means? Yeah, for you, to say a transaction, an expense is wholly exclusively for the business so that you can deduct it. Because you know that, if you don't do that and you got an inspection from HMRC, yeah, you might end up into a problem. Because when HMRC comes in at stage number four, you do the tax, you send that tax over to the HMRC. What do you think HMRC does? You're going to say, oh, okay, this company has filed their tax. So, okay, thank you very much. You pay your tax and that's it? No, it doesn't work that way. Yes, they have to, when they receive that information, they need to recalculate it. Yes, they put it through their own process, their own system to check it. Yes, and then when they check it, they now need to confirm whether the calculation is correct or not. If there's any exception that is flagged out, then they come back again to you and ask you, we want to investigate, we want to check this, we want to know a little bit more about this. Can you provide some information? Well, think about it. If stage one, if you have not been capturing the data properly, if you have not been recording it properly, if you have not been analyzing it properly, reconciling it properly, yes, and you're now saying to the tax, oh, well, I don't have that information or my system does not exist. Well, what you think you're doing? You're exposing yourself to HMRC, isn't it? You're not helping the client. And even yourself, you're not helping yourself because you are, as a professional, you're not sure that you are owe the client a duty of professional care. Yes, we have to. So stage one, yes, you can see how important it is to be able to make sure that information, financial information, that is, going to be part of the tax calculation, the tax computation, and all to do with your returns, is coming from stage number one. How did we post those transactions? Yes, the evidence that we got. Have you got enough evidence to support a particular expenses? Yes, income. Yes, have we checked to make sure that our income is complete? What do I mean by income complete? Sometimes, we just look at the bank statement in stage number one and say, well, this is money that is coming to the bank. This is money that has been spent. So, this is how we're going to produce accounts. Well, that is not how accounting is prepared based on just that cash, the money that's gone in and out of the bank account. Are you with me? No. Accounts are not prepared that way. Yes, so we've got accounting concept, which talks about the matching concept. Yes, for example, matching concept. What does it say? You match the income against the expenditure. So if you spend money, you understand, money is going out, you want to say, well, hold on, that money that you spend, how do you now match it or relate it to the income that is going to bring in? So for example, if you spend income, you spend expenditure in this particular period, and the income is going come, in a future period, what do you think the matching principle says? Yes, you spend money in one period in stage number one, and then the income is coming in another period. Yes, what do you think you should do as an accountant? Oh, you cannot say, oh, well, I'll just spend the money in period one, so, I don't worry about the income. Yes, because the income is coming in another period. So you can see the matching concept there, where, you get conflicting, isn't it? The expenditure is in one period and the income is in another period. Well, if you don't make sure that stage number one, you account for things properly, look at what is going to happen. For tax purposes, yes, you're going to have expenditure and no income in one particular period. So if you do the tax, then that means now that business is making a loss because there's no income in that period when the expenditure was spent. So you send that over to the taxman, and the taxman is going to say, well, hold on, seriously, no income at all, but you got all this expenditure. How does that work? Yes, but the accounting system or the management information system in stage one, that is what it's telling you. Because in the bank, there's no income, there's no receipt. Yes, in that period, you spent all the money, but no income. So when you use that to prepare your account, that account is going to be a loss. And then you're going to submit to HMRC and you say, hold on, well, I need a refund here, he says. You think HMRC is just going to say, okay, that's fine. Yes. No. You got to be able to apply the matching concept. Yes. You spent money in a particular period, and that money is generated income, which is coming in the future period, as long as you make sure the income recognition principle applies. Are you with me? You got to make sure that income recognition principle, is applicable. You got to bring that income and adjust for that income. Bring the income into the relevant period. So now you can match the income against the expenditure that you spend. And all of these things, where do you think it should be? It should be done in stage number one. Yes, no other stage but stage number one. So you can see how stage number one is so important, guys. Yes, you post exactly what is going in and out of the bank. You look at outside of the bank account and say, well, hold on, is there anything that is happening outside of the bank account that I need to adjust for? All of these adjustments should be done in stage number one. So when you're talking about your tax, you want to help your client to save tax, it means that you need to focus on stage number one, recording data, in a certain way. Yes, you analyzing the data in a certain way, reconcile it. The timing, yes, when you carry out this kind of task in stage number one is so important to help your client to minimize their tax exposure. And it's not only about the client, tax, minimization or exposure of their tax. But you, as a professional, just think about that, As I always say to us, yeah, we got a duty, as professionals. Yeah, we are regulated by a professional body. Yes, and whatever it is that we're doing, we have to follow certain protocols. If we don't, then we will cease to become, part of the professional body because they will not give us their license, to operate. Are you with me? So we need to act like a professional, and not only, act as a professional, you got to be seen as a professional. Yes, that's why we're going for the qualification. We want the ACCA qualification, and we belong, to a profession that is, well, like ACCA, the best out there, the biggest. You understand? In terms of numbers and in what they're doing, and they'll continue to do that. Yeah, and I hope because they are open, they're allowing, more people to come in, from all backgrounds, So fantastic. Yes. Okay. And young people understand that. Yes. Take advantage of that. Yes. They are opening up not only to people from disadvantaged background, challenging background, but also, to women as well. Now ACCA now has got more women. Qualifying. You understand? And like compared to other professions. Yeah. So it has to be good. But what I'm saying is we belong to a professional body. So, when you say I am a professional, I'm an ACCA, put the ACCA behind your name, or FCC or whatever it is, or you have a badge, you got to be proud, that, sorry, I'm applying the principles that are expected of me as an accountant. Yes. And that's what we're saying here. So it's not only about just saving the client tax, but you yourself, you the taxman, you the accountant, you the professional, person, think about it. How are you conducting yourself? Yes, do you really know the rules? Do you understand, what it takes, to be able to provide, a proper tax advice? Yes, preparing corporation tax, preparing self-assessment, R&D, and other different taxes. Are you the right person to do it? Yes. And when you're doing it, are you really seriously, have you got the right experience to be able to do it? You might say, well, I don't have all the experience, but that experience, you can get it, you can learn it if you really want to do it. Yes. It's not immune to just certain people. No, sorry, you can do it. Yes. But what it takes is the mindset, it's the discipline, it is, that will, yes, to do it. Are you able? Are you willing? Yes. Are you able? Are you willing? If you say yes to these two things, I'm telling you, you are going to be able to do it. But tax is so important for us, for the government, for businesses, also for individuals. But also we, the tax accountants, we've got a role to play. Know your stuff. Yes. If you don't know your stuff, don't fake it. Go and ask for help. Yes. Work with other businesses. Like for us, what we're doing here, there are certain taxes that we don't do ourselves because we don't have the specialism in house. So what do? As a business, wanting to help our clients, so we go and outsource that, to other specialists. Yes. So we work with them and say, sorry, we got a situation here whereby we want our client, to be in the best place, tax, minimization. How can you work with us to help us to do this? Then what do? Yeah, we form alliance, we work together, in collaboration, and then what we do? Yeah, we're able to serve our clients. And we've done it in so many different ways. For example, research and development. For example, yes, we are breaking, all sorts of barriers, for our clients, to be able to make sure they benefit from it, where they qualify. Are you with me? So now we're moving, from just a normal, corporation tax, and then self-assessment, to this kind of areas. Why? Because we put ourselves, at this position where we're saying we want to help our clients. There's no way that we could be here and then not be aware, of certain, mitigating or way how clients, can, actually benefit, and then we'll just allow it, or because we don't know. Seriously, guys, it's not acceptable, and I think it's not ethical. And for spiritual, sorry, that's what I call a sin. You understand? To be, ignorant. Yes. You got a client that is paying you, a client that has trusted you, a client that is saying, I got a partner, in this accountant. Yes. And then you, because you don't know, you decide, well, hold on, I am not going to do anything about the client. I don't know about R&D. I don't know about inheritance tax. I don't know about pension. I don't know about, so many things I don't know. But what do? That client is there. Yes. And I know that client, needs that. Yes. I don't know all of this stuff. So what do? I don't sit down there. So I go and find, the people who are specialists and talk to them and collaborate with them. Yeah. In the interest of our clients. And this is what we need to do. You cannot know everything. Are you with me, guys? Particularly when it comes to tax. We got, international, cross-border taxes now, all sorts of stuff happening. Yes, well, we're not going to claim that we know everything. No way. Yes. But you know what? In the interest of our clients, we are going to take you on and work collaboratively with other people who are specialists, yeah, to be able to do it. It was the other day, one of our clients is asking us, we want to open an account, in the US, you understand, or they want advice from, we got some clients who they got what you call it now, multiple, what do you call it now, nationality. Well, we don't have, branch, or business, or what is happening in the US. We don't know all the full taxes there. And there's no way we can claim we could do it. But it's our client. And when the client needs that, that's the first thing, the first people the client is going to go to is to us. More like, this is my situation. And the client does not even tell me that. Yeah, it is through the background information, yes, that will reveal to me that client has got, a dual nationality, because I'm going to be asking for a passport. I'm going to be asking, for some information, due diligence, anti-money, knowing your client as part of my background information. So the moment he says, oh, well, I'm a national of the US and a national of the UK, I know, hold on, well, there is some implication there. Are you with me? From the background information. Yeah, so guys, I'm telling you, if you're working on background information, you might think, well, it's straightforward. It's not, guys. There's so much, guys, that we need to. Yes, particularly people. Yes, it goes to the point where even when you write, you say in that director, yes, more like Agbo, you want to know more about more like Agbo. Are you with me? That director, oh, Kevin Kumatai, no, you want to know more about him. Yes, that director that is called Sylvia Nantume. Yes, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name, but I'm telling you, you want to know more about, that director. Are you with me? Not just the name. Yes. Now it's beyond that, because there could be tax implication. Are you with me? Yes, and most of the time, yeah, a client don't know that. Yes, it is when they receive a letter from HMRC or from the IRS from the US, for example, or somewhere in Africa, and they come to you and say, oh, look, I've got this tax. I didn't even know. I don't know why they're sending me a tax return, Oh, you're the accountant. You don't know about this. Well, that's not good enough. I'm saying, well, you know what? We are taught, in accounting, they says, I like that phrase, I'm telling you, but I'm getting so much, upset sometimes in my quiet moment. Yeah, the phrase which says, the advice that we give is as good as the information and explanation that you give to me, the accountant. So what we're saying here, you as a client, the advice that I, the accountant, is going to give to you is as good as the information and explanation that you, the client, give to me. So if you give me good information, I'm going to give you good advice. But if you give me not so good information, I'm going to give you, not so good advice. And I'm saying, I understand that, but we need to really think twice. And particularly the way we do things here, the Moracle Accountancy Formula, the client is paramount. We are coming here as a partner with the client. The client does not know everything. Yes, we don't know everything either. Yes, we're not going to dare and say we are God. We know everything. We don't know everything. The client does not know everything, but we are the specialist. We are, the accountant. Yes, so we need to bear that in mind. So when we're talking to the client, yes, we're asking some questions. Yes, and I'm telling you, not everybody wants to give. Some people are like, they hold the information to their chest, so much. I'm telling you, it's not deliberately, but, I don't know. I don't think I would say it's by design. It's nature for human being to hold, information, to themselves. You understand? Oh, this information is about only me and my God, so to speak. Yes? Okay? Nobody else should know. However close you are to me, this should be between me and my God. And now you are asking that person to tell you. You think they're going to tell you? No, I'm telling you. So we need to come with an open mind, I'm saying to us accountant guys, particularly when we're talking about tax. We have to come in with an open mind when we're dealing with our clients. Yeah, to allow your client to tell you, to talk to you. Yes, there is most of the time trust issue. Yes, we act like we are gods. So our clients are seeing us. Oh my goodness, this is if I tell him, do I trust him, to actually, to be in my shoes? If I tell him, yes, is it to land me in trouble? If I tell him, yes, is he going to just look at me and say, oh, well, sorry, this guy, it's not serious. If I tell him, so that trust issue exists. So we need to, yes, be open and be transparent. But also, I'm saying here, guys, if we're accountants, we've got to be authentic. There's no way you can fake it. If you fake it, it's a matter of time. The clients will know. Yes. But we really genuinely have to be there for our clients, emotionally involved. I got so many examples. Even myself now, I'm actually examining myself sometimes. When I'm dealing with clients. Yeah, to test whether I'm emotionally involved or not. And sometimes I'm telling you, it's the truth. You can see how disconnected, I am sometimes, with clients. Yes. And that disconnection is the danger. Yeah. When you don't know your client, how are you going to save your client tax? If you don't really understand your client exposure, how are you going to save them tax? Yes. If you don't know too much, about your clients, you're just treating them as, well, pay me money, I've done my job, that's it, I'll see you next year. How are you going to help them? Yeah, so that's the question I want to leave with you guys today. If you don't know your client, really, really, truly, as you should know them, how are you going to help them? Yeah, to mitigate their tax exposure. Either be corporate tax, whether it be self-assessment, or all the different taxes that exist over there. How are you going to do it? Yeah. So it's something that you want to, just go and then reflect on. Yeah. But think about it. Yeah. That connection, stage 1 and stage number 4. If you don't know, too much about a client, the background information. Yeah. So for guys who are doing background information, I want you to now take that into consideration. I know some of you would have done it. Oh, I've done the background information or whatever it is sent you for. Yeah, I want you to go back again. Look at that client. That client that you have just done background information for or you're working on, do you know, that client so well that you'll be able to identify all the different taxes, yes, that this client is exposed to? Do you know? Yes. If you don't know, then how are you going to help that client? If you don't know, yes, in your background information and you are posting transaction in stage number 1, how are you going to help that client? Think about it, guys. How are you going to do it? Yeah, so think about it again. Most businesses, particularly for profit making, businesses, one of the things they want the accountant, to be focusing on why they come to us. Yeah, the first thing in their mind, yeah, even if they're asleep, or you give them what you call it now, you dose them for them to sleep, they're in deep sleep, and then you ask them this question. Yes, why do you appoint an accountant? Yeah, in your business, you will say, it's to do with tax. I want them to help me to save tax. I want to pay my fair, tax. Are you with me? Even right now, I'm telling you, if you put the prime minister into deep sleep and you ask him that question, yes, do you want to pay tax or not? Well, I know what the answer is. Yeah, because I'm telling you, human beings, yes, when it comes to these things, to pay tax, yes. I'm just reading now, you see a lot of even, guys who are up there, in their profession, whatever it is in their game, you see they're getting involved in so much tax issues. I'm telling you. Yeah. And I'm saying here, businesses are closing down, left, right, and center around us, anywhere in the world. I know there's financial crisis everywhere. All these wars that is happening in Ukraine, in the Middle East, in whatever in Africa, it's not going to help. Seriously, it's not going to help. Yes, it's making the financial world all over the place. Are you with me? So businesses are going to have the hit. Yeah, people, are going to, they're going to suffer. I'm telling you why. Because unfortunately, to balance the books, it's people. Yeah, businesses are going to use to try and balance the books to stay afloat. Yes. But what I'm saying here, guys, if we don't know those businesses inside out, if we don't find time to talk to our clients, to meet with them regularly, yes, then seriously, guys, are we going to help them? Yeah, I want to stop. Yes, this far, just to ask if you got any questions or any observations for today, and tax is a big area, and I'm sure it's the last session, I think, today. Yes, yes, I think it's the last session for tax. Um, but it's an area that we're going to continue visiting, all the time, wherever you are, in the world. Yeah. Um, any questions, guys? Any questions or any observations from the house? We got a good turnout today. Again, thank you very much, guys. For turning out and then to listen. Guys, let's put into practice. I can see some of my clients, even me. Yes, and as I say, I met some brilliant clients this week. And when I come back again to the drawing board, and I say, really, are we serving those clients, including me? Because it's not our justice staff, and it's easy to point finger. I like pointing finger. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness, I cannot blame myself. There's no way I gonna blame all I. You know, it's easy to blame somebody else. I'm telling you. Yes. So let's don't make that joke. To blame Miriam, to blame to blame Miriam or Mariam, to blame Kevin. It's easy to blame somebody else. I'm telling you. I'm gonna blame people. Yes. It's difficult to blame yourself. You with me? Yeah. But you know what? We all have conscience. So in my conscience, when I sit down and I'm thinking, well, hold on, Molai, why are you doing this? Yes. Why do you do Moracle? Why do you want to serve clients? And I ask myself, well, hold on. Yes. I myself am responsible. Yes. I myself am involved. Even though I'm blaming James, I'm blaming Miriam, I'm blaming Sylvia, I'm blaming Shukesh. It's easy to blame, people. Yeah. But you got to take your own again. But when I look at it, that assessment, seriously, we're letting clients down big time. Yes, guys, we're letting clients down big time. Yeah. But again, I don't think it's by design. I don't think so. Because we all have, some good love, and whatever it is, we didn't do the subject. We didn't do, accounting, yeah, to be like that. No, I don't think so. But it's the paradigm. Are you with me? Yeah, it's the paradigm, and that is the way, well, under the circumstances, so many things around us, pulling us. Yeah, but I don't think it is by design. Yeah, but if we consciously begin to assess ourselves, guys, I'm saying to you guys, yes, yeah, from time to time, stop. Yeah, ask yourself, are you really, serving, yes, your client? Are you really, as a professional, are you doing it? Yeah. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
Yeah,
As we wrap up.
I have two questions, or maybe one. It will be one anyway. Do you have now a client that has got a director who did not know that they had to do a tax return, and again the client, they've not done also the tax, and it's the first time? How far back do you go with this person, with that kind of client?
Good question. Good question. Clients, I'm telling you, and the beauty about, us accountants, is this, well, I like this word, the magic of thinking big, yes? And we got to start from that, yes? And but when client meets you, and this is what I'm saying, going back again to the background information, yes? When client meets you, and most of the time, particularly small businesses or startups, or even those who fall into the self-assessment, particularly here in this country, yeah, you find that it's the education that is out here, yeah, more and more. Well, I meet my own people. You talk to them, and you hear them. Nobody wants to pay tax, and also the advice. Yes, the advice that is out there. I'm telling you, most of the time, this free advice that people are giving, they got free advisors there who are advising people the wrong way. You buy, your own property, and then you buy a second property. So, oh, well, you don't need to tell anybody. Just keep it to yourself. Yeah. Until you get, a letter from the HMRC which says, you're going to pay this amount of tax. Then now the time they jump, to go and find an accountant. Yes. Oh, the tax man says I pay. I didn't even know about this. But no, sorry, somebody advised you. Maybe it's the wrong advice. Yeah. So you face that situation. We've done this over and over and over. Yes, but we, the tax advisors now, or the accountant now, this is where we need to be bold now. We're now representing a client who comes to us and say, I've done wrong. And you can see, I've done wrong, so I want to correct it. Yeah, so you now go and face HMRC, and then now you become a mediator now. You're now negotiating between HMRC and the client, to be able to have something amicable that everybody's happy. And that is a beautiful thing to do, I'm telling you. And we get paid for doing that. Yes? There are times where the clients have done it, they say they don't know, but they don't want to fix it. Problem, isn't it? We don't want this kind of client. You've done something wrong, own up to it, you've done it wrong, now you want to fix it. Yes? And then look forward. So if they don't want to, then, we don't want to engage with them. Yes? And remember, you can go back as far back as maybe 3 years, or even negotiate with the HMRC, yeah, to even go further, yes, if really it's in the interest, of fairness. Because remember, with HMRC, it's all about fairness. Yes, however much you want to say, yeah, I don't think HMRC is out there, to capitalize on people, to make them, poor, or cost them, whatever it is, they're out of pocket. I don't think so. Yes. It's about fairness. Yes. Well, it's just that sometimes, the way the individual from HMRC, even from us, the accountant, the way we approach this, probably sometimes it's not too okay. Yes. And the poor client in the middle is suffering. Are you with me? but you can go back, you can negotiate. We've done cases, yes, James, and other guys where we engage the HMRC, whereby, bills that the client has received, well, oh my goodness, they almost fainted. Hold on, where am I going to get this money from? And we go to HMRC and start negotiating, yes, and then bring it down to an acceptable, amount where the client is happy to pay, and HMRC is happy, to take that money. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful, but it takes discipline, and it takes time, and it takes that emotional involvement, I'm saying. Yeah, but also it takes not only just doing it one-off, but educating the client. Yeah, it's educating the client, for that client to know that you cannot just do things anyhow. They need to do things in a certain way. Are you with me? And clients want to do it, guys. I'm saying to you, from my experience, yeah, people want to, to delegate that work to the accountant. But one thing that is making them not wanting to do that, yeah, for most of the time, yeah, is because they think that the accountant is going to charge more. Yeah, and if the accountant is going to charge more, yeah, then they don't want to. Oh, I'll do it myself. Yeah, okay. So we have to find a balance. That job is not for them. It is our job. Are you with me? Yeah, but it's a very good question. You see that all the time. Clients are all over the place. We've got businesses who have registered. You understand? They say we don't know how we managed to register. And then all of a sudden now we got tax. Yeah, the classic one is you got people now here in the UK who are earning over 100,000. You understand? They are in the payroll. They are employed. Every month they are deducting tax from their salary. Yeah, they go and then do whatever they want to do, their disposable income. At the end of the year, then they get another bill from HMRC and say, oh, now you're going to pay tax, additional tax. But just imagine, that's a shock to some of these guys. Because now they don't know the rules. The rule says clearly, if you are earning £100,000 or over £100,000, then it's possible that your tax code, yeah, might be wrong. Yes, you're going to be taxed differently. Yes, but nobody told them. They don't know. So I'm saying, hold on. Who should be the person telling that person, the tax person? Should it not be the payroll somebody? Yeah, if you're running payroll, yeah, for that business, when you see somebody's being paid over 100,000, yeah, don't you think that really you owe a professional duty and care to actually tell the other person, the taxpayer, oh, I can see your salary has gone over this amount of money. You understand? You're going into a different tax bracket. So put some money aside because there will be some potential tax coming for you. But the payroll people don't do it. They say, no, sorry, we just running payroll. We don't got responsibility for that. You can see all of these things are out there, guys. And this is what I'm saying, and the need for what we do exists. If you want to make money, these are all gaps that you can close down. But you need to provide a service. And to provide that service, you need to know. Yes, you really need to know. Choose to know. Yes, if you have the choice and you do, yes, don't choose ignorance. No, don't go to that route to be ignorant. Don't. It's not going to help you. Yeah, choose, knowledge and want to serve. If you don't know, go and find out. Yeah, go and study. You'll get knowledge. Knowledge, it leads to, what you call freedom. It gives the key. Yes, you study, you got that understanding, you got knowledge. Yes, wisdom. But when you choose to ignore, oh, well, I'm doing payroll, that's all I'm doing. I don't care. I'm just going to make payroll. You see figures in front of you, you don't even stop, to say, oh, let me advise. Then what do you think you're doing? Yeah. So that's why at Moracle, we are about service, transforming the lives of our clients and then our staff. So we don't just stop and say, oh, well, I'm just doing payroll. That's it. Yeah, running the payroll and then that's it. No, we look at the figures, yeah, and we say, is there any other implication that other people need to know? And if we do that, James, I'm telling you, in out, Yeah, even sometimes even to our clients, you know, we should be doing it. Yeah, because you know they're not telling us the truth. Well, let me rephrase that. They're not telling us everything. Yeah, and even now, you know, I've been acting for some clients. Yes, you won't believe that even I'm getting some information from them now, telling me about. I have known you since 2009, 2010, 2011. I didn't know that. Really? So, as I'm saying, we are not God. We are not going to know everything. Are you with me, guys? Yeah. So we have to be open. Yes. Those surprises will come, but it's how you know we react or respond to those kind of those situations. But that does not mean that we're going to drop the hammer on our clients, you know, and disrespect them, you know, and don't, you know, no, sorry, because we are qualified, because we are, no, sorry. Yeah, we are serving them. Yes. And when you provide service, it means that you provide service without any, you know, reservation. Yeah. And I'm telling you, we can make a difference. Yeah. But it's a very good question. You know, we see that all the time, you know, and that's why this is the best profession to be in. I'm telling you, you know, there's always people out there. Accountants are needed in every country. Yes. Accountants are needed every business. Accountants are needed, you know, for individuals, like what James has just described. Yes. Uh, People have money. Money is not the problem. Just that people don't want to pay tax. Yeah. And they're not qualified accountants, you know. So get the qualification, get the experience. I'm telling you, you can make money, a lot of money, but also be prepared to serve though. Yeah. Good question, James. Thank you. Okay. I think time is spent now, fast spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll take it there's no further questions, you know, and Kevin's hand is up. Yeah. Okay, let's take one last question from you.
Okay, fine. I'll be quick.
Yeah,
First, thank you for great conversation about today's training. And one thing I've picked is that you know, for us to be able to file this tax in a proper manner, we need to be well conversant with the foundation of that is accounting. So my quick question is this: now, you being an expert, now you have a client, or have you ever had a client whereby maybe their accounts are under investigation by the HMRC, and then it comes out that they have appointed you as a consultant to maybe redo the books of accounts, and then it comes out that, hey, it's not HMRC that really needs to be paid, but it comes out that there should be a tax refund back to the client.
Mm-hmm.
That is one. I connected with another question. Now, okay, since I'm new here and I'm also learning a bit about, more about the HMRC and the UK taxation. Now, have you ever come across a point whereby, or does HMRC sometimes give tax amnesty, whereby, for example, maybe there's some taxes that are pending and they need to get these taxes, and they say, hey, we're going to forgive you guys for the interest and penalties that have not been paid, but just kindly pay us the principal amount. That is the second question. And then attached also to this, tax holidays. I would be also interested to hear about scenarios where you've had clients and they've had about or they've had a period of their tax holidays. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Very relevant question. And really practical. You know, this is what we see on a day-by-day basis. You know, those three issues that you talk about: investigation, tax refund. You call it tax amnesty. I like that. You know, tax amnesty. You know, and the penalties and the interest being what you call it now, written off, if you like, and then also tax holidays. You know, where you approach the revenue, you know, to actually, you know, what you call it, a payment plan, we call it here. Yes. And these are all the interesting bits. Yes. And when you find yourself, yeah, in between, and this one I'm talking about, you know, being emotionally involved in your client business and understanding your client business. but also understand this individual. Say, for instance, an individual, yeah, I've now got tax investigation, or a business, behind that business, you got people who are actually focusing on doing the business. You understand? They are directors, they've got special skill, they're out there, they've got a vision, their mission, and you believe in what they are doing, but really, they had bad advice, or yeah, it's a situation whereby they themselves, wanted to do it, but you know what? Capacity was not there. That's why it's so important to get background information about this client. Yeah. If you actually realize that this is not entirely their fault, then for me, it gives me all the ammunition, yes, to now go and approach HMRC and have a conversation with HMRC. Because think about it. What do you think HMRC is out there to do? Really, and until you interact with them. I'm not saying it is, that's how they're all there, because they are people themselves. They got blood, and then they got flesh, they got water, or whatever you call it. Yes? Sometimes they wake up in the left, whereby, well, you don't want to cross them, their path. But other times, they are very good. They're human beings, not like ourselves. Yes? So you are talking to a human being on the other side, yeah, who is there, as a compliance guy, to make sure that businesses comply, because they need to bring money into the coffers, to be able to do, their government work. Are you with me? Build roads, hospitals, education, they have to. Yes? Okay. Well, you, the accountant, you are approaching them. The first thing that you need to do is to make sure, first of all, you yourself, you know what you're talking about. Are you with me? And you know a lot about your client, and you believe in what your client is out there to do. And to say, well, that client, yes, even though they take their responsibility, but not entirely their fault. Particularly if they have another advisor, a previous advisor who did not advise them. It makes case much easier. Oh, they had an accountant or a tax advisor who did not advise them correctly, or advise them in a way that caused this problem. So what happened? It's easier for you to use that, as a basis of negotiating. Yeah, but you need to be in the position where you get the information, but also make sure that this company or business or individual, you are not just representing them because, well, they're going to pay you money. Yeah. And I'm saying, well, we don't want to get involved with situations like that. Seriously. Yes. Where clients, clearly this they're trying to defraud, because you yourself, you're putting your professionalism, on the line when you are acting in that case. Some businesses do that. That's their business model. Yeah. Even if you see the law court, you got people who are, representing criminals. You got, people who are representing murderers. Yes. Why do they do it? You ask. Yeah. Well, that's their business model. Are you with me? Well, you got accountants who, that is their business model, to do this kind of stuff. Yeah. But we are saying, no, sorry. We take the view that the government need money, so we need to be able to understand them. We know we need to save the client's money. We know that every business need, for them to be sustainable, they need to be able to pay, the equitable tax. So we take that view. So we are now in the middle to bring those two parties together, so there is an amicable result, outcome. Yeah. So get the background information. Yes, and then present it to HMRC in a way, that HMRC will understand, and you negotiate with them. There's a lot of toing and froing though, yeah? So that investigation, sometimes, that we find that where HMRC is asking for so much money, because remember, HMRC's got the power to raise an assessment. Yeah, and that assessment is based on, well, an average of whatever it is, your business size and the industry or whatever it is. And that assessment, you might find that that assessment raised against your client, it might be on the upper end. Yes, your client is actually down there, but HMRC has raised an assessment which is up there, the average. So what you do when you get the actual facts, yeah, that tax that HMRC was asking for turns out to be a refund. Oh, that's a beautiful position to be in. But it's not easy, because you got to justify that to HMRC. Are you with me? But just assume that, yes, you are able to do that. And then HMRC now agreed that there's a refund that is due to your client who was under investigation. Oh my goodness. That is the best situation to be with. The energy, the vibration that you have to go and meet that client and say, you know what, look at what's happened. You understand? We've overturned this case from you paying X amount of money. Now revenue is going to pay you this amount of money. You know what? I'm telling you, and when you're in that kind of situation, it feels good. You know where you serve your client. I'm telling you, because we are all people, yes. But you yourself, you're gonna pat yourself in the back to say, well done, Molai, well done, Kevin, well done, James, well done, Miriam. To have done that, you understand, in the right way and manner, knowing that you've done it, the cleaner way, not the other way. Asking for tax amnesties, again, why would HMRC say, well, no, the penalty or interest, we're gonna write it off or reduce it? Why would they want to? Yes. You have to remember that, again, you're talking to individuals out there. Yes. If you present a case as a tax advisor where you are open, you're frank, you're authentic, you are representing your client and the truth is being said, are you with me? Yes, you can ask, HMRC, please, this client is a good client. This client, right now, I am in there. Look at my reputation. Look at what we're doing for this client. We're now putting systems in place to make sure next time he pays tax on time, he pays the correct tax, and things are done. Stage one, look, we put accounting system, reconcile. Data is captured, recorded, analyzed, reconciled. Every month, management account is prepared. We know what is happening. Are you with me? You put that case in front of HMRC, that inspector is going to take that into consideration. Yes? You ask for anything that you want, I'm telling you, they're going to think about it. I'm not saying they're going to give it to you, but they're going to think about it. But when you go down there, your stage one management information system is not there. Everything is manual, things are all over the place. Well, there's no way amnesty, when they say Amnesty International, what do you think Amnesty International means? You've got to come from a place of, well, hold on. Yes, we've done something. Now, yes, I'm not saying we have not done something wrong in the past. We've done that, but the past is the past. Now, and going forward, sorry, you cannot be asking for amnesty when you don't want to make change, my friend. Let us go. Yes, it doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm talking about stage number one, guys. Are you with me? Yeah, that is going to help us, to that amnesty you're talking about, interest and whatever it is going to be wiped out. Yeah, because we can represent our client and say, look, this is what the client is doing. In fact, we are doing it now. We take responsibility, for that. Yes. Tax holidays. Finally, you have got an amount of money that HMRC has agreed, that yes, this is the amount that is to be paid. Yeah. How do you approach? Well, what we do here is we do a cash flow. Yes, that's why it's so important again to have stage two. Every month you are preparing cash flow. Yeah, any business that you're not preparing cash flow for, I'm telling you guys, we are not helping that business. The management account that adds value, it means that you prepare profit and loss account, analysis, balance sheet analysis, cash flow analysis. Not just cash flow for anyhow, you just, because Spotlight will just produce cash flow for you. Well, hold on. You need to stop and look at that cash flow and say, that cash flow, does it make sense? Am I seeing gaps, yes, in the future that we need to plug? Well, I can see that, there is going to be a shortfall in month number 4, month number 5. What are we doing for that? Do we need to go and find money to plug that gap? Or do we need to make some adjustment? Yeah, in this case here, when you go into HMRC and you're asking for tax holidays, what do you think they're going to do? Yes, they want to see, well, hold on, what's the cash flow? Yeah, what is the work? What is the supporting evidence? Yes, that is telling you, okay, if I give you a tax holiday, you are still going to be able to pay me after the tax holidays. Yes, if you don't have that, my friend, then your negotiation is coming from a very weak state. Yes. We've seen that several times. You know, you give a cash flow projection to HMRC and say, look, you know, right now we don't have the money to pay, but look, yes, the cash flow is pointing to the fact that this work that we're doing in month 5, we're going to get, you know, good income coming in. There is going to be a surplus there of cash, so we can use that cash to pay you. Month 6, more money is going to come in because we are doing this. Yeah, and then we're going to spend less, so we're going to make more profit. So out of that, we can pay you. This is what the taxman wants. Are you with me? Because the taxman, at the end of the day, as long as you can come and say you can pay the money, yeah, they will listen to you. But you have to come from that authentic place. You need to come from that place where you got the evidence, yeah, that of the work that needs to be done. And this is the work that we have to do as accountants, guys. I'm telling you, if we don't do it, you know, then you know we're not supposed to be representing our clients. You know, we are doing a disservice, and it's a same sin. It's a sin, yes, to actually, you know, for client to be paying you money. Yeah, for client to expect that you are a professional, qualified, experienced, yeah, you are a partner of their business, yeah, to grow their business, and you are not doing your bit. Are you with me, guys? Yes, it's a sin. Yes, we don't want to be in sin. I'm telling you in that sense. Are you with me? Yeah, because you will come and catch us again because we all have that conscience. Yeah, so let's do this work. Yeah, go back again to stage 1. Are you with me? All of this that you just said here, yeah, if the revenue comes to investigate, yeah, and you don't have stage 1, yeah, in place, what do you think the revenue is going to think? Think about it. Yeah, they come, there is no stage 1. Yeah, there's no order in the house. What do you think revenue is going to do? What do you think going to happen? Yes, you got to expose yourself. There's no number 2. Yes, stage number 2. Yeah, the business does not stop and do management account. A management account, what is it called? It's a reflection. For those who are Christians, you know, you say, well, from time to time you go for what you call it now, you know, reflection. You see? Yeah. And so maybe that's the time to even go confession, you know, for some Christians, you know. The Muslim, they have different way, but it's spiritual, you know. This is how that is what stage 2 is saying. Yeah, you stop, yes, every month and say, hold on, how have I done? Yes, compared to the budget. Yes, how have I done compared to other businesses? You're reflecting. And if you are not doing that, yeah, then you are not putting a very strong case for HMRC when you have investigation. Yes, and remember, HMRC, they have this rule, you know, between 3 to 5 years, you're going to be investigated as a business. Yeah, whether you like it or not. Yeah, 3 to 5 years, yeah, you're going to get investigation. So you got to be prepared for that. Yeah, but it starts with stage 1. That's stage 1 and stage 2. Yes, you will, I'm telling you, you will be able to negotiate with a lot of people, not only the HMRC, you will negotiate with the bank, you will negotiate with funders, you will negotiate with investors, you will negotiate with so many stakeholders because everybody, every investment or investor, as I know, want to invest or put money, yeah, where you got the right infrastructure, the financial governance, yeah, has to be in place. So stage 1 and stage 2, yeah, gives you that financial governance, you know, that we need for, yeah, for any business. And for any business to grow, I'm telling you guys, stage 1 and stage 2. Yeah? Okay. So go back again to my preaching. Stage 1 and stage 2. Yeah, of the Moracle Accountancy Formula. Yeah. And if it wasn't like an exam, you know, like Moracle was an examiner, you know, and all the questions were being asked, you know, to pass, you know, you have to just master stage 1, stage 2. Yes. Just master stage 1, stage 2. Yeah, you will pass that exam. I'm telling you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in practice, I'm saying the accounting function, finance function, stage 1 and stage 2, master it, guys. Yeah, it will save that business and you a lot of hassle. I hope I've managed to, you know, to throw some light, yes, on those questions, Kevin. But they are very good questions, you know. And take notes, guys, I think wherever you are, these things are very, very practical, and they're really, really, deep. Yes. And our clients, they respect us for that. You know how many clients, and they send us, what you call it now, some good comments, and even though our clients are praying for us, you can imagine when you save a client, and tax, yes, I'm telling you, in their prayers, they pray for you. They say, God bless, Kevin, God bless James, and it doesn't even stop there. They go now to their community. They say, oh my goodness, have you met Miriam? Miriam? Oh my goodness. Have you met Sylvia? She's not, I'm telling you, she's different from all accountants. Oh my goodness. Yes? This is what we want to be in. That's the situation we want to be in. But you got to be emotionally involved. Yes? You can put yourself into this business's shoes for you to be able to feel. But if you don't, sorry, we're just talking numbers, yeah? And it's not gonna last, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be a boring job. Yeah, if that is just figures, and particularly the young people who are coming through now, yes? If this is what you want to do, if you just come for accounting because, oh, well, my mom says you have to be accountant. My dad says you have to be accountant. My brother says you have to be, or somebody. Don't do it for them. Yes, do it for yourself. Because this is for you. This is about you. Are you with me? Yes? And if you decided this is what you want to do, guys, yeah, it's beyond the numbers. Yeah? Don't do it because of that, And I know some people, and this is a secret now. My daughter, and he said, she's never going to be an accountant because I was, not a good accountant. But you see, and think about it, and, I always say, you see, even Jesus Christ, yes, and if you remember, or even like they say the king or queen does not have respect in their own village or whatever it is. You understand? Always, yeah, just more like, yeah. Oh, it's just that, but when you go to the next village, yeah, oh, the king is coming. Yeah, or the queen is coming, yes? But in your own village, in your own turf, no, sorry, yes? So, when you get, somebody who is following their dad's footsteps, like some people I know here, I salute you, particularly when you decide to do accounts, accounting is the best profession to be in, I'm telling you, yeah? So continue to do that, yes? But don't do it because of your dad, though, I'm saying to you, yes? Don't do it because of your dad. Don't do it because of your mom. Don't do it, yeah? You try to please them. Sorry, seriously, you're not going to be able to please them. Seriously, yeah? And if my daughter had done this, accounting, and then she's not emotionally involved, you can imagine how I'll be so annoyed with her. Yes? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so that's the reason, because I want everyone here to be really emotionally involved, with serving clients. I'm telling you guys, yeah? If you don't, I'm not going to get along with you, yeah? Well, just imagine if if I have to now be so annoyed with my daughter because, she is doing something that she's not been doing in the accounting. That's not going to be right. So don't do it because of your dad, yeah? Or for your mom. Do it because you want to do it. Are you with me? And you enjoy doing it. Yeah, and when you enjoy doing it, oh my goodness, you are going to, going to forever. Yes, you're gonna touch people's lives. Yes, and change it. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I really appreciate your time. Yes, and you have to tap yourself in the back, for your commitment to these things. Yeah, God bless you all. And then look forward to seeing you next week. Next week. Oh my goodness, the best subject in the house next week, and next month. Yes. And you guys know, what is it? The best subject, Do you know what we're going to be doing next month, guys? Do you know?
Auditing.
Auditing.
Mm.
Yeah. Stage number 5. Well, that's the best subject, I'm telling you. Yeah. Stage number 5, oh my goodness. And we got some really fantastic auditors in the house, Oh boy, yes. I call them, it's a special breed, you know, auditors. But that's what we got next month. Yeah, so come prepared. Yes, let's talk auditors. Let's talk auditing special, you know, practical examples. Yeah, I know some people are preparing for audit. You know, again, I put my name forward. If you need any help, you know, to put, you know, statutory accounts ready for audits, yeah, let me know. Yes, come on, bounce some ideas. I know, you know, some guys are working on some of these things. You know, let's talk about it. You understand? And but it's going to be, you know, something really good, yeah, for all of us. Yeah, thank you again, and God bless you, and look forward to seeing you guys next week. For taking the time, you know, to be here with me for this long. I'm grateful. Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Bye for
Monica.
now. Yes.